Coach, do you resent what happened yesterday with your assistants being asked to leave the Canadiens practice, and what's your reaction to the reason why?
Well, we were treated very unfairly yesterday. There is no rule. There was no agreement between both teams. That is the exception, not the rule. I mean, I've been asked in the past to do this on a couple of occasions. Usually the coach calls me, or the GM calls the GM. Never happened. What happened yesterday was uncalled for. Without a doubt, my staff handled it with a lot of class, just like our team. Play whistle to whistle. Don't get involved with the other stuff. Very regrettable, this is the National Hockey League, and that type of behavior, we're lucky it didn't escalate.
Just wanted to ask you about something else that was said yesterday. Terrian made a reference to knowing exactly what Brassard's injury is. Does that bother you in any way? Did you interpret that as malevolent or threatening in any way?
Well, let me put it this way. I just hope that nothing happens to Brass, the player, and Michelle could be in trouble.
Yeah, further on this line, you know, the level of gamesmanship seems to have really ratcheted up. Some of the Canadians question the severity of Derek's injury, Derek Stepan. The level of gamesmanship, is it getting out of hand, would you say?
I can't speak for the other organization. If you ask me about Steph, he's got a broken jaw, just got operated on. I answered about the incident yesterday. I can't comment on their players saying Steph's injury is fishy. We're trying to play whistle to whistle. We're trying to do the right things. I know in the hockey world we were painted as dishonest and dishonorable. We're not. We follow the rules. We follow the rules on the ice, and we will follow the rules off the ice.
Coach, two men in the locker room, they're echoing the same sentiments. They want to play the game and stay out of it. How difficult is it for you to have to deal with that and try and get them to focus on that? Does that take away from some of the game planning as well?
Well, I mean, hockey's a beautiful game, and it's done by great competitors on both teams. I wish a lot of this stuff didn't happen. When it does, you deal with it. I don't really think it has, you know, a major effect, if any, on the ice. I don't think it helps our game, but some people decide otherwise.
Coach, just an update on Derek, since you mentioned him, obviously wasn't out there this morning.
He's you know, recovering at home. He stopped by this morning quickly to say hi to his teammates. He's recovering at home, and there is no time for him at this timetable.
Does that mean he's out tonight? Oh. Also, just with all the other stuff said yesterday, particularly Briere saying that McDonough slashes as much as any defenseman as Chris Pratt. Is that insulting? Taking away from what Mac does?
I mean, you can make what you want. You know, Ryan McDonough plays the game in an honorable way. He's one of the best defensemen in the league, in my estimation. The Habs can have their own view.
Alain, with all that's gone on, is your desire to beat this team, has it grown with everything that's gone on?
My desire before the series started was as high as it could be. I mean, we want to move on and compete for the Stanley Cup. This other fluff stuff, you'd have to ask them.
Coach, just wanted to see also if there's an update on Brassard, and I know you've spoken a lot this season about him on that line with Zook and Pouliot.
I'd say right now he's a game time decision.
And
looking good if I was a
so if he is back, what kind of boost would you expect from that line that you've said before is maybe the most consistent line all season on this team?
Well, I expect exactly that from them. I expect them to go out and, you know, they've had some big moments in big game. Tonight, without a doubt, for both teams, it's a huge game. Both teams know the importance of it, and I'm sure we're going to have a great hockey game.
Coach, with all that's been said from their side, has your relationship with Michel Therrien been impacted at all by this?
I think he said it prior to the series. For this 2-week period, we're not really friends. He's probably right.
Amy, I know your team speed is something that's been a plus for you all season, and particularly in this series, it seems like it's given the Habs trouble. Could you talk specifically about Carl Hagelin and his speed and what kind of challenge he's presented for the Habs?
Well, when Carl plays, you know, a north-south game, a quick game, I mean, he can be a handful for any defenseman in the league. And like I mentioned prior to this, like on the left side, you know, with him and Kreids and Benny, you got 3 guys there that, you know, got a lot of speed, and you can make it challenging for the opposition if you use it in the right way and at the right time. And I think for the most part, Hags has done that for us.
Okay.